Hello, Epic Families. I've got another tutorial for you. I know how much you love them so much. So this one is going to just briefly explain how to work with Google Drive and specifically Google Docs. So here is my home page for my Drive. You will notice in the right corner there's a picture of me. If I click that, you can see I have multiple accounts, so that is okay. If you are sharing computers with brothers and sisters, you guys can have your own email address and log in with your own account. Or you can just use one parent account for that as well. Parents, if you don't want your kids having access to your email, but you also don't want them having their own email address, you can create another free Gmail address that you can use to just have access to the Google Drive, and you can leave that on the computers or the iPads. So that's one possibility, or the student can have their own email address depending on their age. So I'm under my Epic name, but if I wanted to change, I simply would need to just click the one that I wanted. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create a new Google Doc because you're going to have to do that for today's assignment. So right here, this little square icon, these are all the applications. So if you click that, then the applications pop up, or the apps. And we've got the Drive here, we've got Gmail, YouTube, Calendar if you use that, Google Photos. If I scroll down, I've got even more goodies. Google Docs, Google Hangouts, which we'll also use. So there's lots of things here, and then I don't even know oh, if I click that I get lots more, but I don't actually want that, so let me get out of there. Okay, so for today we want a Google Doc. So you click on these squares, and you scroll down till you find Google Docs. Then you just hit it once, and it takes you here. We want to create a new doc, so we're going to go to this little plus sign and hit plus. And voila, we have a brand new Google Doc. So whatever the assignment is, you can type the title, and then whatever the first thing is right here, if you just click up here on the left in the title space, it automatically imports that. So you always want to give your Google Docs a title so that you know what they are and I know what they are. Usually in the directions I'll specify how to title it. So let's say this was your poem assignment. And after you finish, you're ready to turn it in. You can check for errors. This is just like a Word document. It's almost exactly the same. So if you're familiar with Word, then you shouldn't have any trouble with Google Docs after a while. So now it's time to turn it in. So you go up to the top right corner and you click the blue share button. This is very important. You don't want to just copy and paste the link because you have to change the sharing settings depending on what kind of email address you have. So we've already given it a title, so now it's time to share it with me. So you would put in my email, and I don't expect you to know my email by heart, which is why it is located in the info tab of your digital binder. So you can check that out. You put my email in. This little button over here tells you what permissions I have. Do you want me to be able to edit it, which means I can make changes? I can't make changes, but I can leave comments, or I can just view it. Leaving it on edit is fine. Usually I'll just make a comment though when I'm giving you your grade. So once that is settled, you simply hit send. And then up here it says, oh, shared with one person. That would be me. Okay, so now let's pretend that I sent you something and it's shared with you. What are you supposed to do after that? Well, if you're looking for something that has been shared with you, you'll go back to your drive, and you can kind of see in the left column these options here. These are different folders. Right now it's highlighted on my drive, so all of these items are found or housed in my personal drive. But if I want to move something that someone shared with me, I would go down to Shared with Me right here, click that, and then here, this was shared with me today. So if I want to move it in my drive and organize it so that I can find it easier, I can click at this point, just click it once to highlight it. And then over here, this little drive icon, if you hover over it, you notice it says Add to my drive. So all I have to do is click that once. And then it will let me organize it. So let's say I want to put it into a specific folder for a specific student, such as yourself. I would scroll down until I found the folder that I wanted. Then I could go even more organized and give it to the exact person that sent it to me. So this is exactly what's going to happen throughout the year when you guys send me stuff. I will simply upload it to your Google folder. Here in the next week or so, I will be sharing these folders with you. That way you have access to them and you can start putting stuff in the folder yourselves as well. So then I just click, I'm going to go back out here. I'm just going to leave it in my drive since this was just an example. And then if I want to double check, go back to my drive, and there's a lot of stuff in here. So how on earth am I going to find it? I mean, look at all this stuff. It just keeps going and going. Well, the easy way is just to use the search. So I know what the assignment was called. It was called the poem assignment. So I just type in poem in the search. Oh, I've got lots of things. So I could give more detail. Poem assignment. And there it is. And I can pull it up. Now this is extremely easy for me because I've been using these apps for several years now. So don't worry if you don't feel like you're very techy or it's taking you longer than 5 minutes to figure it out. That's okay. That's what I'm here for. So as we learn how to use the Google Apps, please don't hesitate to ask me questions. I'm happy to show you again and help you until you've got it. The last thing I want to show you before I close this video is just quickly how to bookmark. Many of you already know. If you already know how to bookmark, you could stop the video now. But if you're not sure, I'm going to show you really quick. So at the very top of my screen are lots of goodies. These are all the things that I have bookmarked. It's really easy to bookmark something. All you do is click on have whatever you want to bookmark pulled up. Then in the upper right hand corner there will be a star. You simply click the star and the name will pop up. And usually I like to shorten this because I don't want this big long thing on my bookmark. So I might shorten it to 1 or 2 words, even abbreviate. Pay attention to the folder that it's going in. I like mine in the bookmarks bar because I want to be able to see them easily right here. Some people have this other bookmarks tab here and it's a folder, and so it would create a folder on the side, but you'd have to go to that folder and then find it, and I like mine up here. But if you have a lot of bookmarks, that might be your best option. Okay, so once you click that, you just click done and it appears, except I have too many bookmarks, so I have to click this little arrow over here to get the extras. You can also click these 3 dots and then scroll down to bookmarks bar. The main thing here is you want to make sure that bookmarks bar is checked to show, because if I uncheck it, all my bookmarks go into hiding. and I want to be able to see them. So go again to the three dots, bookmarks, show bookmarks bar, and whoop, there it is. Okay, so again, this is on a laptop. Bookmarking on an iPad is going to look a little bit different, so I will have to send a separate video for that. And so I may just do that on an individual basis. But if you have any questions while you are working to create the poem assignment or anything like that, please feel free to let me know. Thanks so much.